Ladies and gentlemen, we have a report, and this is related to Mali. So the FLA terrorist sect, even though the representative and the leaders of the FLAs are beginning to make people understand that they are in support of Mali. According to one of their leaders, he said, Azawadia is a name of a particular Malian territory. I think the rhetoric is beginning to change. But in my own opinion, I feel at this point that the lines are closing up on them. And now they are trying to be part of Mali. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just received an intelligence with images from some of the representatives of this FLA terrorist sect. That's some FLA fighters, about a dozen of them. They are currently in Ukraine and have just ended their training, specifically Special Forces training and sniper course. The Malian forces should take note of this information critically. They have just finished a Special Forces training and sniper course training in Ukraine. I don't know to what level the training is. I don't know how professional. I don't know how experienced they must have been as at this time when this intelligence have gotten to us. But further intelligence reports specify that they will return anytime soon and will come into the northern Mali through Mauritania. That is the information we got. So the Malian security service should be alert. So you remember we've seen a lot of support from the Ukrainians to these terrorists. We've seen the fiber optic drones. We've seen them give them some sniper rifles. We've seen food, aids. So ladies and gentlemen, on the global scale of things, when people say Ukraine needs help, Ukraine needs donation, do you really, are you still falling for that rhetoric? Because at the same time, the same country that is globally being painted as being bullied is funding terrorism in Mali. Even though the Malians continue to deplete the number of the FLA fighters on the ground. Recently, the Malians have now militarily occupied the Kidal-Tinzantoin region. Ladies and gentlemen, now the Azawadians have now been pushed to the territory bordering Algeria, and that is where they've been performing their drone operation from. Most of the time, they have been seen recently with their Starlink satellites, which they use in directing the FPV drones and the kamikaze drones. And most of the time, they've always been shot down by the Malian Bayraktar Turkish drone. Most especially on the northern border. A lot of people have been asking, should Mali have some sort of collaboration with Algeria? If Algeria can close their border against this terrorist sect, maybe the Malian can finish the job very quicker. But you have the leaders of the FLA coming out more than ever and declaring that they are more Malian. They want to be Mali. They said the citizens of Mali should not be scared when they hear the name Azawad. That is a particular territory of the Malian territory. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think?
If we say they're jihadists, we take another one and say they're not jihadists. I'll give you the example of the Tuareg community. All the Tuareg leaders are with the Malians except maybe 2 or 3. I have to say it. That means there are 2 types of Malians. For example, there are the Tuaregs or the Tafkins, the Tamachek. Tamachek, they are all Malians. They are all Malians. Tamachek, they are all Malians. What a lineage, Sheriff. What a reserve inbred. And with all that, we have misfortunes. We have children who have problems. We have children who have problems, but we can't send them away. 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 So this is to tell you that there is an end to education. We still need people to break it down so the people can understand. That's where we have to fight.
Are we seeing a scary surrender? Are we seeing another plot? What do you think the Malians should do to these people? But all the same, there's one thing I've learned so far so good. I think Assimi Goïta is applying some extreme level of diplomacy here. And Assimi Goïta is the wall between the total annihilation of these people and freedom. The last chance anybody has in the Azawadian, whatever they call themselves, is Assimi Goïta. Assimi Goïta has been very nice, in my own opinion. Based on the intelligence we have, if only the Azawadian knows what would have happened to them, they would drop their weapons and turn to the bright side of things, because Assimi Goïta is kind of making this a little bit peaceful, making this a little bit, should I say, civil, because left to some of the units which I will refuse to disclose their identity, it would have been a meat grind. So according to the Azawadian chieftain, which you can see in the video, he said some of these terrorists, he said they are sons. They are one of them, and they cannot leave them alone. They have to diplomatically try to make them understand, educate them, teach them to give up their, should I say, their illicit way or the wrong fight they're fighting, and come back, drop their weapon and come back home. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think that opportunity is still much available, or do you think they've crossed the line? Left to me, I would have taken the other side. The moment you take up arms and you harm the Malian people, you should prepare to meet a very, very devastating end. But who knows? Assimi Goïta is more Malian than I am. And I think that's why he's still leaving that chance to diplomacy. Ladies and gentlemen, you can kindly drop your opinion in the comment section below. It's your boy 72 Android. Signing out, enough said. But before I go, I'll see you on the next video.